Namaste, hello, and welcome back to another video on Hamsavahini Vajraasthra. I'm Awhona, and today's video is going to be about my TBR for Lit with Indian Lit, which has been created and hosted by Smriti from Sant Reads. I will leave a link to her announcement video in the description box below, as well as the overhead cards above for all of you to cross-check. So this particular readathon is all about reading translated fiction. Now, there are three prompts which Samriti has put together for us, and it all involves award-winning translated fiction, which is regional fiction, that is from India, which needs to be read. And I have selected a couple of them, so I'll be sharing this TBR with you. So do please join me further in this video. So the first book that I'm picking up is the one which has been suggested by Smriti, which is Tube of Sand, which has been translated from Hindi by Daisy Rockwell, and it has been written by Gitanjali Shri. And this follows the story of a woman as well as her daughter, and the fact that this woman, who is older of course, and she befriends a transgender, which comes as a surprise to her very modern daughter, and how the mother and daughter evaluate what it means to be a mother, a feminist, a woman, etc. So there are other things which are present in this particular story as well. It's massive. So this is the first book that I'll be reading for this readathon. Now, the next book that I'll be reading is an award-winning Malayalam debut novel, which has been written by Sheila Tommy, called Vali, and it has been translated by Jayashree Kalathil. So this won the Cherukat Award, or the Cheruvat Award. My apologies, I'll just check. It's the Cherukat Award in the year 2020. And I'm not too sure about the plot of the book, but from the jacket, it reads as: high in the Western Ghats in northern Kerala is a land of mist and mystery, of forests and folklore, rich with the culture of its indigenous people, the Adivasis. Its old name was Bayalnad, land of the paddy fields, but it would be known as Wayanad. Its resources attracted outsiders, traders, colonists, migrants from the lowlands, and eventually the timber and the tourist industries. Exploitation of the forest led to the exploitation and enslavement of its people, and as the forest dwindled, so did the Adivasi culture, their way of life, even their language. But these were not changes quietly and willingly accepted. Wayanad became a key center of direct action and uprising, and a stronghold for the Naxalite movement. Spanning the time between 1970s and present, Vali is a tale of four generations who made this land their home. It is told through a diary that Susan, the daughter of two teachers, Kamichan and Sarah, who eloped to Wayanad so that they could live together, leave for her own daughter Tessa. And in telling their story, Vali tells the stories of the land and its people, of interdependence and abuse, repression and resistance, despair and contentment, stories as vast and magical as the forest itself once was. So that is another award-winning book which I'll be reading. The next award-winning author that I'll be reading will be Damodar Mazuo, and he is a Sahitya Academy Award winner, and he has also won a recent award, which I'm not too sure about, but this is one of his translated fictions, and it's called Teresa's Man and Other Stories from Goa. So Mr. Damodar Mazuo is a Konkani writer, and this book is all about, it's a compilation of short stories which takes place in Goa. The next book that I'll be reading is a translated fiction which has been translated from Hindi, which is called Banaras Talkies by Satya, Vyas, and it has been translated by Himadri Agarwal. And this is all about the Hindu Banaras University and college life. It's a fun book which I am quite looking forward to reading. And from the back of the book, it reads as, Bhagwan Das Hostel at Banaras Hindu University may seem like any other college hostel, but to think so would be a gross error. In the corridors of the BD hostel roamed Suraj, the narrator, whose goal is to woo a girl, any girl that is, and Anurag Dev, for whom cricket is life, and Jayavardhan, whose melancholia gets him to answer every query with a ghanta. When I say ghanta, I believe it is the Hindi word for bell. Follow the adventures of the three friends and others as they navigate undergraduate life, plan to steal exam papers, struggle to speak to women, find friends in corridors lined with dirty linen, and forge lifelong bonds amid bad mess food. First published in Hindi in 2015, Banaras Talkies, which captures college life with all its twists and turns, has been a bestseller since. So this is a very interesting book and a fun book which I'm looking forward to. The next two books that I will be reading, the first one of which is Khasi Legends, Around the Hearth of Khasi Legends, Folktales of India by, okay, I cannot pronounce this, and I will mention the name over here. And this is about the Khasi tribe in northeast India, wherein there is a Welsh Presbyterian missionary who comes to introduce the Roman script to them to form the essential Khasi written word. But long before the white man came, the Khasi knew agriculture, trade, commerce and industry, and they were also masters of storytelling. So this is a book which describes their legends and stories and their folk tales. So I don't know much about it, but then yes, that's one of the books that has been sitting on my shelf for quite some time, so a perfect opportunity for me to grab hold of this one. And the second is more of a horror novel, which I could not come around to reading because this was on my last year's TBR as well. And this is Do Not Go to the Jungle, which has been translated from Malayalam. The original author is Shihabuddin Poithum Kadavu, and it has been translated by J. Devika, and it's a sort of a horror novel, but it also tells the story of a lone woman and a wolf or a fox, and things which surround the villagers who find this lone woman, and then they also find this fox, and there is a lot of things which are involved in as well. So I'm not going to read out everything from the back of the book, but it's sort of a horror book as well, which I'm quite looking forward to reading because I could not get around to this last year. So those are the few books that I'll be reading for a Translate with Indian Lit Readathon, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know in case if you're reading any of these books as well, so that we can buddy read as well. So with that, I'll be wrapping up this video. I'll see you soon next week again with another video. So till then, take care, have a good reading week ahead, and Namaste.